Hi, this is Sudhir from Akkio. Today, I'm excited to show you how Akkio's AI data platform can revolutionize your media planning process. In the next few minutes, I'll demonstrate how our platform works across the entire spectrum, from audience and campaign insights to reporting. Whether you're a small agency or a large enterprise, Akkio has the tools to enhance your data-driven decision making. So let's jump into Akkio. Now, to get started, we have to access our data. Akkio seamlessly integrates with various data sources, making it easy to import your campaign and audience data. We offer both general connectors and specialized ones for enterprise use cases. So for example, we can connect up directly to an ad platform like Google Ads, connect up to Google Analytics 4, CRMs such as HubSpot and Salesforce, or even data warehouses like Google BigQuery, Snowflake, and databases like MySQL, Postgres, etc. Now, if you are a larger enterprise, we do have the ability to embed our connectors and our analytics within your own environments and your own data environments. So for example, we could have our analytics running via Snowpark within your Snowflake. So your data never leaves your infrastructure. Now today, I'm just going to bring my data in as a static CSV file. Of course, you can always do that. Let me navigate to a project that I've already started. And the data we're going to be analyzing today is some synthetically generated data from looking at campaign performance. And this is in the industrial space. And so we have data spanning here from 2022 to 2023. And we have information on the particular campaigns that were run, the ad groups, metrics, the country code or the regions, and metrics like impressions, CTR, click, CPC, conversions, right? Some of the standard metrics we get from a Google Ads, for example, and then the device and then the ad position they were run. Once your data is in Akkio, you may want to clean and organize your data before you start your analysis and modeling. With Chat Data Prep, using natural language commands, you can quickly transform your data without needing advanced technical skills. So let's jump down here and say, I want to apply a quick filter. Filter my data for desktop device, right? And so what we're doing is we're quickly able to leverage a language model as well as our prompt and then generate the transform for you. So in this case, all looks good. Now I'm not going to hit transform. I want to analyze the larger data set, but you can see I did create one transform here, which is replace all underscores with spaces or just cleaned up the column. Now, when we start analyzing this data, right, we want to examine performance. So we want to ask questions like, what are the top performing campaigns, let's say in the last year, right, or in the last 6 months? And what does performance mean, right? It could differ client to client, right? You could have different historical benchmarks for, CTR or CPC or, CPM that you need to validate against, right, to understand if it's a top performing campaign or not. Okay, now that we've cleaned our data, let's start analyzing it. So let's jump into one of our most powerful features in Akkio, Chat Explorer, right? This is where Akkio's AI really shines in helping you understand your data. Now, we're talking about performance today, right? So let's understand what are the top performing campaigns and audience segments in 2023 based on a few key metrics driven from a client. Right, so I can quickly go into here and say, generate me a narrative text summary. And so what we're doing here is we're taking the prompt, right, as well as information about the data that it's linked to, feeding it through a language model, and then interpreting, getting those responses back, and then interpreting it for you, right? And so in this case, we're looking at what are those top performing segments, and it's able to come back with a really nice response here on this particular campaign was the top performing textile software campaign with this particular ad group. And then these were the actual metrics that we're seeing for that year. Okay. The second one was aerospace raw materials, etc. Okay. Now we can be more specific, right? We can ask it for different metrics, and there's multiple ways that we can feed that in, whether it's the prompt or via other contextual parts to the engine, right? But again, it's a nice first pass, very, very simple to get your performance outputs directly with a prompt. Now we can continue the analytics, right? There might be some seasonal impacts. So how can I get an understanding if there is seasonal impacts on our performance as well. So I'm going to go in here and grab a prompt that I have already saved, and I'm just going to run this. Okay, so show me the seasonal impacts on campaign performance based on clicks, impressions, and conversions, right? We're limited to those 3 metrics in this example, right? And this time, in this case, Chat Explorer came back with a nice line chart, right? Looking at the seasonal impacts. And here we can drill down and notice that there's a dip right around the summer months. We may want to understand why our total impressions are dipping in those months, as well as our total clicks. We might want to start asking more questions on what is my spend, right? What are our CPA, right? And when we get to the predictive modeling, we can get even deeper. But how do I actually, use these insights? How can I share these insights with the client? One way is to add these charts and visualizations and text to reports. So if you click Add to Report, we can start generating some really nice collaborative environments where you can start putting in your outputs that you're getting from chat, all your charts. These are interactive. You can see I've added a few more into here. Weekly spend by ad position and the spend by device for each ad position. And with these reports, we can share them or embed them directly within your applications, or you can share them directly internally or with your clients. And of course, all this can be white labeled as well, your own custom logo, your own domain name, as well as your own AI assistant names. Okay, now in addition to analyzing that historical data and performance, when planning a campaign, you may want to do some quick predictions to be able to understand or optimize, where should I be spending, or optimize the spend across my campaigns or my running campaigns. Right? And so with Akkio, you don't need to rely on a separate data team for this. We can go over here to our predict. And here what I've done is I've trained a machine learning model to understand the impacts or the driving factors of all the campaigns, ads, and all those performance metrics on CPM. Right? So we can look at our top fields, which is really interesting to see, okay, are there particular patterns in our ad groups that are having a positive or negative impact on our CPM? So I'm going to sort this, and let's move this to positive impact. And we see that there are here a few different ad group names, metalworking, competitor remarketing, that have a positive impact on CPM or increasing your CPM, versus these energy, software, and robotics that have a negative. Now, you may want to minimize, right? In this case, CPM. So these are the more impactful ads in terms of lowering the CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions. Now, we can go down other specific countries, right? So you can say US, Japan versus the other countries over here, other country codes, campaign name, ad positions, or even looking at other variables like clicks. Right? So we can see exactly when there's a negative to a positive shift, depending on the number of clicks, to impacting CPM. Okay, so again, this is diving deeper on leveraging machine learning to not just look at correlations or historical impacts, but start moving towards causal impacts. Okay. Now, how do I actually use this model for, let's say, budget allocation purposes? What we can do is deploy this as a web application where now I can start putting in, what my campaign name is, my ad group, right? Those levers that I actually do have control over, my cost, and I can ask it to generate me what my CPM would be. And I can start playing around in this. I can say I want to increase my cost. I see an increase in my CPM. And from here, you can start feeding in different scenarios to understand, is there an optimal point that minimizes my CPM for this particular campaign, device, ad positions, or this channel, right? Whatever level we want to start working with in our data. And there you have it, a quick overview of how Akkio's AI data platform can transform your media planning process. From data integration to predictive analytics, Akkio provides the tools you need to make data-driven decisions with confidence. We're excited to help you leverage the power of AI in your agency. If you have any questions or want to see a more detailed demo tailored to your specific needs, please reach out to us at hello@akkio.com. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to helping you unlock the full potential of your data.